It began when the student union leadership, acting on a tip-off, courageously moved against a cohort of cultists on campus. On March 7, 1999, students of Obafemi Awolowo University, led by George Iwilade, popularly known as Africa, the Secretary-General of the Student Union, and Honorable Saka Mohammed, Speaker of the Student Union Senate, arrested 9 members of the dreaded Black Axe cult in a staff quarter on campus. Their cache of arms was chilling: submachine guns, AK-47 rifles, daggers, and cult uniforms. Due to their distrust of Professor Wole Omole's administration, then allegedly tolerant of campus gangsterism, the students handed the cultists directly to the police. Yet, by March 23, the magistrate sitting in Heifer discharged the accused for insufficient evidence, transferring deadly weapons to the police armory, and destroying other evidence. Months passed. The university claimed to have suspended the arrested students, but no suspension ever reached them. The student union clamored for action. Tensions simmered. On July 8, 1999, the university finally issued suspension letters to the previously arrested cultists. However, 2 days later, in the early hours of July 10th, tragedy struck. The Black Axe came for revenge. The night before, Awolowo Hall, the political heart of the student union, had been alive with the festivities of the K-Gite Club. Music, singing, and visiting students from across Nigeria filled the halls and the Awolowo Hall Cafe. Africa was billed for induction later that night, but he decided to catch some sleep ahead of the induction. As dawn broke around 4 a.m., under the cover of the night-long K-Gite celebration, the assailants struck. About 40 cultists had mobilized, including reinforcements from outside. They moved with jackboots, kicking open doors with ruthless precision in search of their victims. Student leaders were their targets, but much of the killing was random. Block 8, Awolowo Hall. The block housing most of the student union executives. Yemi Aiteru, a final-year religious studies student, had taken a nap in the corridor close to Africa's room when he was gunned down in his sleep. George Iwilade, Africa, was shot in his sleep, while Tunde Oke, Part 1 student of philosophy and a protege of Africa, shared the same tragic fate in the same room. He died in the hospital later that day, having lost too much blood. Lanre Adeleke, the student union president, popularly called Legacy, a prime target of the assailants who stayed 2 rooms from Africa, was woken by the gunshots, sighted the masked men, and narrowly escaped through the kitchenette balcony. Eviano Hekelemu, a Part 4 medicine student, was killed in Fajuyi Hall while on his way to the bathroom. Heikaidi Heifi, a Part 3 psychology student, was also killed at random. The assailants vanished into the early morning, leaving chaos, blood, and fear in their wake. The campus, heavily militarized under Homole, was eerily silent. Walkie-talkies were said to be charging simultaneously, patrols were absent, and intelligence units were idle. Mr. Pierre Bayewu, former chief intelligence officer, later testified that such a simultaneous breakdown was impossible. Yet, on that night, the campus security system spectacularly failed. The complicity of the university was undeniable as the killers walked free. In the immediate aftermath, the student union mounted roadblocks on the adjoining express roads, where the first 2 arrests were made. Further investigations revealed the scale of the attack: 40 assailants mobilized from both inside and outside the university, coordinated and armed with deadly precision. Afosa Ida Hosa was arrested at the roadblock. Kazim Bello, an ex-OAU student earlier rusticated for cultism activities, was arrested in Unilag, and others were apprehended, their confessions revealing chilling details, payments from university officials, secret communications, and alleged links to the vice-chancellor's inner circle. Following this violent chapter, Professor Wole Homole was suspended from his post, a telling but overdue acknowledgement of administrative failure. Yet even as arrests unfolded, questions lingered over delayed action and complicity, leaving the student union, families, and the nation grappling with the enormity of betrayal and loss. July 10, 1999, was a massacre. A calculated reprisal. An unwarranted violence, sparked by mismanaged warnings and administrative negligence. 26 years later, the blood of George Iwilade, Kekide Hefi, Tunde Oke, Yemi Hejitaru, and Eviano Ikilimu still cries out, demanding remembrance, truth, and justice. How did we allow the innocents and such promising lights to be extinguished at dawn and without justice?